The derby at the moment is all about Camelot. Unbeaten twice, won a Group 1, obviously the Race Post Trophy last back end at Doncaster, and then the 2,000 guineas last weekend. Difference of opinion about what people think about that race. The Time boys are very sceptical about it. And whereas I'm more in the camp of thinking that he did really well to win. I don't think he was fully wound up for the guineas last weekend. I think he's going to step up a lot on that on better ground and went up to trip, and I think he really is the one to beat. Having said that, we're talking about a 5-4 shot at this stage. Sea the Stars was 11-4 on the day. He had Flame and Glory to beat. At this stage, Camelot doesn't have anything to beat, but that could all change. We've got the trials coming up. There's plenty of horses that could throw their hat into the ring. There was three I looked at when I did the race for the paper the other day. Started with Keed Mo Feed, John Ox's horse. I've been a big fan of this horse ever since I saw him win his maiden at Leopardstown last year. He then went on to run second in the Beresford Stakes at the Curragh. Ground was very heavy that day, didn't really like it, but showed a really willing attitude to keep on in the final stages. I think he picked up a small injury then, which is a slight concern, but even more concerning is he's had another one at the start of this season. He missed the Guineas trial. I think the Ox team were thinking he'd been showing so much speed that they might run him in the Guineas. He picked up an injury before that. He's had a lot of time off just walking and cantering. He's due to run at Leopardstown on Sunday. But I don't like horses that have had interrupted preparations in going for the Derby. It comes at the very start of the season for a whole load of these horses. I think he might be better come the end of the season, so I overlooked him for that reason. The other one was Mandian for Andre, used to be trained by Andre Faber, now with Godolphin. Won a grade Group 1 at St. Cloud last back end, over 1.25 miles. Everything points to him staying. That was on soft ground. I don't see any issue with him being better on good ground. He'll, I think, go to the Dante. He's an interesting horse. The form of that St. Cloud race has worked out really badly, though. I had a look at it earlier in the week, and I don't think there's any horse come out that's run brilliantly out of it. I think 6 or 7 horses, 6 or 7 runs. No one's won a race out of that race. So at the prices, considering it was only just a few points short, I thought that Bonfire, Andrew Balding's horse, might be the one. He won on soft ground at Salisbury at the start of the season, and then went on to run third in a Group 1 again at St. Cloud. I think it was behind French 15. And we all saw what French 15 did in the Guineas on Saturday. He was the one that just got beaten by Camelot. The form's obviously there. Bonfire was desperate and unlucky that day. I thought he not necessarily would have beaten Fresh 15, but he'd been right on his coattails. Therefore, that marks him down as a really good horse. I think he's going to stay the trip. He's a half-brother. He's a Manjuro half-brother to Joviality, who won the Musidora Stakes. So he'll definitely stay 1.25 miles. That was over 1 mile, the Group 1 last back end. He'll definitely stay 1.25 miles. I think he's almost certain to stay 1.5 miles. He runs at the D Stakes at Chester on Friday, and a good run there will definitely see him in single figures. I think Camelot is clearly the one to beat, but for me, at the prices, Bonfire was the viable alternative.